Hello everybody, let's talk about AI. Honestly, my opinions about AI are just like everybody else's. I think it's a horrible thing. The way it's been taking jobs from people, the way it's been progressing, and if you're in any sort of creative thing or art industry, I'm pretty sure that it has affected you in some sort of way and you're stressed by it. Rightfully so, everybody is, not just artists, even programmers. Not sure if they're as fearful of AI as regular people, but I think that eventually everybody is gonna take the axe and just say no more AI, because AI sucks, right? It's been spreading like a cancer in the social media platforms. It's been spreading so much that if you make a new Instagram, I bet you make an Instagram or YouTube from a new ID, completely new page, and just see the explore page of that. You're gonna see so much AI slop, and when you click on that, eventually you'll end up seeing more AI stuff. That's just how it's. And some of the things this AI is making is really influencing the minds of people who can't differentiate between AI and reality. Some old people really think that that's true. AI basically is hot garbage content. It has made some interesting things, I'm not gonna lie, but overall it's a very sloppy product. It has definitely increased the productivity of some people who use ChatGPT and other platforms like Written AI to make their statements better. Let's just say if their English is not so good, they can just write whatever they can pull up, and the AI will make it better for them, give them ideas, and they can just copy and paste. Although I do see that some people are now catching up to this AI copy and paste content formula, because it's got an algorithm like every other thing, and if you're really smart, I think you can point out what statement is AI or not. You don't even need to be really smart for that. It's just, if you've seen many statements from these AI apps, you will see right through them. But that's another thing. The text AI is somewhat okay. It's good for productivity. It can write code. It can do many other things. The image AI, oh, that was a big L. It can do incredible things in terms of generating some ideas, but it has resulted in people losing their jobs, especially the 2D stuff, the people who used to draw. I'm really thinking that what will the upcoming people think about this AI crap? Because they're gonna have a mindset of, oh, when I grew up to be going into this industry, they hit me with a Hail Mary. Just when I was about to do it, people flourished and made their careers out of it before them. But no, when I grew older, when I want to go and do something for myself in this, I'm really interested and passionate about it, here's AI with a big middle finger. And not just the upcomers, the people who existed, even people with experience are getting sidekicked by this AI, and that's the reality. But the thing about AI is that it's very hated by the majority of people in the world. I do not see how people will normalize it. Eventually it's shoved down our throats. It's up to us to eat it. They're ready to serve it on a platter. They're, investing so much money in it. Most big companies are investing in the AI generation. So it's not going anywhere anytime soon. What can happen is that the people are gonna lose their interest, because unlike other things like social media and other stuff, aside from basic AI that is helpful, image generation and other stuff, it's really like dependent on the mood. Eventually people are gonna lose interest in that sloppy image generation and videos, like the Ghibli shit. That was just so, everybody was making that stupid Ghibli art. It was so annoying to look at, and I didn't really like it. I think it was really sloppy to begin with. It's really smoothed out. It's somewhat established a Ghibli style, but I didn't like it because it was just the same style that you see in everyone's photos and online, and just a trend, and it gets annoying. It has to be not used. It doesn't have to be used so much for it to stay interesting, and it was used so widely and spread the trend. It was just annoying, and it was not nice to look at. When people shove something down our throats, we start to hate it. That's just human minds are. And with AI, the quality is not very good, especially in many things. So I think people are gonna stop taking interest in their content, and their whole business is run by people's interest. If people don't use AI, they're advancing these things with no one to type or make something from their websites. So eventually, all that money invested, they expect people to invest their time in that AI. And eventually, let's just say that in case these people do not use these platforms, websites, or AI shit, they're gonna go bankrupt, because they have invested so much money in this AI shit, and still, investing it. Some of these AI CEOs are getting richer and richer. If you look at that net worth and how fast they've grew, it's crazy. And now I see a lot of AI platforms still existing a few years from now, but most of this image generation video, they're still advancing, and they will still continue to advance, because now the metal is hot and they're hammering it. They're shaping it to be exactly how they want it to be, and they're gonna cut us with it. They've already started cutting us by taking our jobs. They're not gonna stop until now. The only thing that's gonna stop them is gonna be the roadblock in their path. Is going to be people losing interest. As long as people start being hateful, keep being hateful towards them, stop their boycott their products, because there's a fearful mindset in many people that eventually people are gonna hate, but at some point they're gonna be okay with it or not care anymore. Well, if they're not caring anymore, that's good for the AI, because it's just gonna be normalized and be used in more wider platforms without it being tabooed. But eventually, if people do that, nobody's gonna give a shit about AI either. The only reason it's in the talks, is a hot topic, is because it's hated. And if eventually people start not giving a shit about AI, I think there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be stop using these apps. Lots of people who are gonna be changing their motivations and careers different from the fields that require AI. So it's a whole circle. They're gonna lose consumers regardless, if you understand what I'm saying. So, but still, it's the worst thing for it to get normalized. They will still exist if it gets normalized. We can't expect it to be normalized and be dead. If it gets normalized and not many people hate it, well, then it's going nowhere. So the only way for AI to get out of the world, exist, but not exist as a substitute of human work, is if it keeps getting hate. People keep blaming the investors, the CEOs boycott them, the stupid sloppy generators, especially. The text AI is not much of a thing to be hated on, honestly. It's just a smart chat. If ChatGPT didn't exist, I can honestly think that Google would have made some sort of smart engine stuff anyways. Like, this just very basic chatbot that tells you, answers your question. That is not out of the world. But what's out of this, the unfathomable mindset of people, is the image and video generators and a lot more stuff that is replacing people. Even the text one is writing some stuff. I don't know if they would have trained AI assistants in many fields that require humans to be an assistant to have a desk job. But I don't see it being very far, although a real human would eventually want to talk to a real human. So, because the AI bots existed before, but they were very basic. If the new ones now are, really advanced, I can see humans losing that jobs too. So, eventually, people are gonna, start a revolution against them. Because the people are the ones that are paying these companies, and if these companies start looting them more and more people get affected by it, there's gonna be some sort of payback. Because on a whole, the rich can only get so much until they're shoved the knife down their throats. Eventually, rich people, when they get too greedy, they end up paying some value, and this is what we're seeing with the AI stuff. They're just abusing us. And can you really say that they're abusing us? Well, yes, because their product is sloppy. They're investing in it, and they expect good outcomes that they're promising to us in the future. Some of their things are good, and that those things are replacing the humans. But eventually, their whole motto, their whole scenario is based on, we'll be good someday, we'll be perfect in the future, we're just improving day by day. I'm just saying that if they stop being, more, if they can't grow anymore, if they're at a certain point, they reach their limit and they can't exceed to become a better product, I don't see it being very, very, widely used. I just see that the trend would die over because all their brand is built on this revolutionary advances and improving day by day. If it just exists, I think it will exist, but people won't give a shit anymore. So it will at the end replace a few jobs, but it would not cause as big of an impact to people's job as we think it will, if it doesn't improve in the future. But if it keeps on improving, there's where the problem lies, because their whole brand is about improvement and just replacing humans to make mediocre products themselves with the stupid AI. And I think they're gonna face a lot of problems, because it's not a cakewalk. If there are no consumers to consume your product, well, then you lose profit. If you're not paying them and you don't have consumers to serve, it comes to a full circle again. So I think it's very complicated. At the end of the day, we're gonna find out. But from my mindset, this is just a bubble that's gonna pop soon or later. Sometime they're gonna slow down the pace. They can't maybe advance anymore, and people will start losing interest. People are already hateful, but they're talking about it. At some point, it will be so normalized that, like those other inventions, like how incredible will it be if you went 20 years ago or 10, 15 years ago and tell them about the social media things that exist today? They wouldn't believe that something like this could exist. Same with the AI, but nobody gives a shit about these social media platforms anymore, because they exist, but they're so normalized, everyone uses it, they make money off of it, but people make money off of it too. AI is a little bit different. It doesn't pay you directly. So if people lose, and they're not a platform that people go to have fun, how long will people go and they still put image generators and video generators and make this content? And if the people are really hating on the content, they see that as AI, will people still create it in the future? You see, they're in a big well here. If this turns bad and sour for them, they're a gone case. I think this is just something that they're growing out to be a big product, and if it doesn't end up being that and just get normalized and some sort of decent AI gets used in the industry and other people don't give a shit about it anymore, it's very normalized, then I think they're in a huge problem. And all that money, all that investment to be that next big thing, and you know how the CEOs think. They think they're gonna make the next revolutionary thing, and they're just gonna make something supernatural. You know, it never happens most of the times, and they're just getting too greedy at this point. So you can see the future and silver lining that they're gonna fail, or, you know, I'm not saying that AI will fail overall. I will say that it exists, but they will never get the success that they're expecting they would get, because they're too ambitious with this. So yeah, that's all I want to say. That's my 2 thoughts on AI. My 2 words. It's my first video. I'm tired. I know I've said some stupid things. If my voice made you sleepy, I'm sorry. I don't even know if somebody's gonna watch it, but I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube maybe. I don't know. This is a 17-minute video so far. So if you take anything out of this video, please keep hating AI. That's all I want to say. Thank you.